Hi everyone, I hope you have a great Labor Day weekend. In this video, I'm going to help you to review what we did last week and also let you to know what you need to complete for this week. Last week, some students might remember we were talking about the organizational theories and also we talked about the organizing function. So last week, you did two assignments for this course. And the first one is to complete the quiz. And the second one you guys did was to complete an online discussion. So let's go and look at the quiz together and also going to look at the online discussion together. For the quiz, you can see average score for the quiz was 92%. So pretty good. Most of students did a fantastic job. So I'm not going to go through all the questions one by one because all the questions are so straightforward, right? If you watch the video, so most of the questions at the beginning are very easy. Right, a lot of students miss this one. Is a Nike sponsorships cover all professional sports league, including MLB, NBA, MFL, and MLS. The answer is incorrect because Nike is sponsoring MLB, NBA, MFL, but Nike does not sponsor MLS. So MLS is sponsored by the Adidas. Right, so this is a lot of questions miss this one. Another question is ask you to analysis the SWOT analysis. Basically, you need to understand how to conduct a SWOT analysis to understand how you be able to evaluate a company's strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. So a lot of students did mention the strength for Nike is they have a very well-known brand, right? Global recognized brand. And also they sponsor a lot of high-profile athletes, right? So that's a great advantage. The weakness, some students mentioned about these labor issues and also some athletic scandals could also become the weakness, right? Opportunities that some students mentioned about the women's sport. Nike should produce and design more products that target women customers in the future. Threats, we talk about the external environment. So some students mentioned about Nike's main rival, which is include Adidas and also Under Armour and also some other brands like Lululemon. Some students also mentioned that, right? So those are SWOT analysis. One thing I want to point out here is some students might misunderstand about the differences between weakness and threats. There are some students when they try to answer this question, they think athletic scandal are the threats to the organization, not the weakness. We talk about the differences between weakness and threats are when we analyze the weakness, is more likely to analysis from internal environments, right? When we analyze threats, we can analysis from external environments. So those are different. So you have to understand the differences when you answer those questions in the future. And one more questions, and I would like to talk about is the last questions. So discuss the differences between joint ventures, consortiums, and collaborations. A lot of students did watch the lecture videos, and so you basically know what are the main differences. So I'm gonna give you a quick summaries here. So for the joint ventures, basically talking about two organizations that are completely separate, right? They collaborated together to develop they establish new entities. So a lot of time they are share this new entity equally, right? So they share the risk and also share the benefits, share the profit they make for the new entity. So that is a joint venture. Consortium is talking about two or more organizations. They decided to work together to develop a partnerships. So a lot of times, so all these organizations, they're coming from the same industries. So one example we talk about in the lectures was the college sport. We have all the different conferences, right? Big 10, Big 12, XEC conference. So those are like consortiums. All of the business, we share the things together. So we're coming from the same business, right? So the collaborations is merely talking about the strategic partnerships between two organizations. A lot of time, these organizations are coming from different industries, right? So they collaborated together and try to benefit from each other. So this is a collaboration. So the big difference between consortiums and collaborations are these kind of like collaborations between business coming from the same industry, but the collaborations means the business they work together, but the business coming from different industry. So those are the differences between joint venture, consortium, and collaboration. And then let's go and look at the online discussion you guys did last week. For the online discussion, they're talking about a department's sports information department in the athletic departments, right? So Gail Williams is assistant athletic director for sports information. His main duty is to document and publicize the accomplishments of the athletes in the team for the athletic department. So he will also to work as a liaison between schools and the local and national media. So he needs to make sure all the reporters and other shareholders, stakeholders, such as fans and local community can get the most updated information about the athletic departments. So athletic department realized the importance of the sports information department, so they decided to add 2 new positions to work with the social media and the websites. So the new positions could be added to their staff, which could include the 5 members with the specific responsibilities. And also there also will be having 2 new GA next year. So basically, when we look at these departments, like Gil Williams' department, currently 5 people work under him, right? So Jordan Harris obviously is very senior staff, so he reported to him directly. Right, Cam Adamman, Jody's, Kella, and Austin, they reported to Jordan, and Jordan reported to Gail. Right, so this is what the organization structure looks like. Right, so some students did mention about this organized structure is too flat, so they would like to make these organization structures, say departmental structures, more taller a little bit. So this is the whole situation. So after adding the 2 new staff and 2 new GA, what will be the new departmental structures looks like? A lot of students they mentioned, they say they would like to promote Austin Adams to here, and then 2 new staff to work under Austin Adams directly, and Austin Adams will report it to Gail directly. So that's actually a very, very, very good idea, right? So I have another idea how I would like this new department will look like. So in this departmental structure, I'm not sure you'll be able to see the whole thing. Sorry for the screen. So I decided to divide this whole sports information department to 2 different functions. One functions are mainly responsible for the media operations, and the second one are mainly responsible for the PR. Right, for the media operation, we have Austin Adams, who's responsible for the website. We have Kayla Crawford, mainly responsible for the TV and radio productions, and we have new staff responsible for the social media. And they are going to report it to Jordan Harris directly, and Jordan Harris will report it to Gail. And for the PR, and I have Jody Stone and another new staff that are mainly responsible for having their own duties. So they're going to report it to Kevin Adamans, and Kevin gonna report it to Gail. So the whole department, they can divide it into 2 different parts, and every part they will have a very clear job responsibilities. For the 2 new GA, you can just one to help with this area, another one help with the other area. So for these structures, first of all, obviously I changed the structure a little bit, right? So initially it was a flat organizational structure. Now I changed it to a tall organizational structures. Second thing, I promote Kevin Adamman. Having the internal promotion is actually very important for a lot of senior staff. So they would think all the hard work they dedicated to the department are worth it, because their hard work can be rewarded. So they can encourage other people work harder in the departments. And also assign the new staff with their specific role, and from structure wise, and the department structure become clear, right? So this is my thought how this department should be reformed after having 4 new employees in the departments. Right. so this is about the online discussion. Last thing we're going to look at in this video is I would like you to look at what you need to complete for this week. So this week is a week 4. So we are going to talk about leaderships. So we're going to review some of the leadership theory. That include trait theory, behavior theory, theories X, theories Y, situational leadership theories, contingency leadership theories, and also situational leaderships and transactional leaderships and transformational leadership theories. Right, so you can have a watch these videos, and this is the PowerPoint. This is the reading that you can use. Here is the PowerPoint slide, and what you need to complete is quiz 4, which is the leaderships in sports organization. The due date is a Wednesday night at midnight. So that's the first thing you have to do. Second thing that you have to do, I try to remind you, is you also need to submit the first individual assignment, which is like you need to go and develop a strategic plan for the athletic department. Right, so this assignment due date is Sunday at midnight. Make sure you complete 2 things, right? First of all, complete quiz 4. Due date is on Wednesday at midnight, and the second thing is you need to make sure you're going to complete the first individual assignments on time. The due date is on Sunday night at midnight. Right? If you have any question related to those topics related to quiz online discussion, please do not hesitate and shoot me an email. Let me know. All right, that's it for these videos, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I will see you guys next time.